Hello, I'm Alan Smith, President and CEO of the Greater Greer Chamber of Commerce, and as you can see, we are at Marsh Bell Construction Company. This is a company that really has placed a footprint in Greer. They built the new Fiat Benson dealership, and they will be completing D&D Motors, Ford Motors project here shortly. So let's go in and see Lynn Williams and Dwayne Bell and learn a little bit about Marsh Bell Construction Company.
Hey guys.
How are you?
Good to see y'all.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning to y'all. This is part of the President's Patrol. This is really your opportunity as a member of the Greater Greer Chamber just to look into the camera, tell the Greer community, the Greer members, what you're doing here at Marsh Bell Construction Company.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah, glad to have you. I'm Lynn Williams. I'm Director of Business Development here at Marsh Bell Construction. Glad you are here. This is Dwayne Bell, President of Marsh Bell Construction. Marsh Bell Construction is a commercial general contractor established in 1984. We serve a wide variety of clients throughout 4 states in the southeastern region. And while we're here in this area, I'd like to have Dwayne show you all some of the photos of some of the projects that we're quite proud of here at Marsh Bell.
Yeah. Our photo gallery here in the lobby is a collection of some of our more notable projects, and also shows a sampling of just what we do. The one on the top left there is a Baptist church in Travelers Rest, showing how we can take a pre-engineered building and make a very attractive worship facility. Right below it's a retail center in Spartanburg. The next over, obviously, is a library. That's the library at Anderson University that we did just a few years ago. Right beside that is Brushy Creek Baptist Church in Easley. And while we're speaking of Greer, we renovated the sanctuary at Greer Presbyterian Church. First Presbyterian Church. Right beside it is a complete new worship facility we did for Seneca Baptist Church in Seneca just a few years ago. This is a doctor's office in Greenville. We do small retail, a little AT&T store in Anderson. And rolling around to the other side, condominiums in Clemson overlooking Lake Hartwell. This is a bank facility. I think we built all but one building for Greenville First Bank, and we're in Columbia right now building another one for them. I think that'll be our 7th or 8th. As you mentioned, we're doing D&D Ford in Greer, and we have a history on Motor Mile and in Greer doing automotive facilities. As you can see, Porsche, Toyota, and at the present we're doing D&D Ford, as we said, doing Big O Dodge on the Motor Mile. We've just finished Benson Chrysler's renovation and added his new Fiat facility. So we've been blessed with automotive dealers. I think the automotive dealerships are doing well, and I'm encouraged to see that. A retail warehouse facility, an industrial facility, and then one of our premier projects is a sports club at Five Forks that we furnished about 2 years ago.
Well, and I think Dwayne and Lynn want to take a chance to show us around the building, so we'll be happy to walk around and see what we got here. All right. We've seen the diversity of experience that Marsh Bell Construction Company has, and now we want to take a chance to talk about some of these plaques and recognitions on the wall. Dwayne.
Yes, as Lynn mentioned, we began in 1984, 1985. That's 27 years now, I think, and 26 of those years we've been affiliated with Butler Manufacturing. Everybody talks about Butler Buildings, and Butler is the largest pre-engineered manufacturer in the United States, and maybe the world now. But they've been quite an asset for us because we have used them in so many different ways through the years to build economical structures. And the wonderful thing about it is so many of our pre-engineered Butler buildings you would never know were pre-engineered, because we can do anything to the outside and make them so attractive, as we pointed out, even that small worship facility in our lobby.
Okay, well, I think we wanted to take a quick trip into the conference room where we have some pictures of some other projects. Dwayne?
Yeah, well, we just happen to have the D&D Ford's rendering lying on our conference room table also. As you can tell, we're very proud of that project. And having a wonderful time with the Davenports over there. I think they're a 75-year-old presence in Greer. Some of the portraits around the wall, I think last count we had done about 60 Applebee's. We've been building Applebee's ever since the first one that was built there at Haywood Mall, and the one in Greer, and we've been all over the Southeast building Applebee's, and it's been a wonderful client for us, and it illustrates the repetitive nature of our business, how once we become friends and clients trust us, we just go on and on with them. And also illustrates how important our reputation is to us. We know it's very difficult to build a good reputation, but very, very easy to lose a good reputation.
Well, and one thing we were discussing previously is the fact that reputation, repetitive business has a lot to do with pricing. So can you tell us a little bit about how you approach pricing with customers?
Yeah, we know and have the question asked over and over, well, how do I know we're getting the best price? Because what Marsh Bell through the years has gradually become a construction manager. The old construction companies such as Daniel that we're all familiar with, back then they did it all. They dug and poured the footings, they poured the slab, they hired the masons, they did the electrical, they did the plumbing. Almost no one does that anymore. We have truly become construction managers. And actually now there is a license in most states to be a construction manager, which we certainly are now. Usually with construction manager, the owner chooses his contractor early without the old-fashioned competitive bid. The old-fashioned way was to hire an architect, take weeks or months to design the building, bid it, and give it to the low bidder. And you say, oh boy, I've got the best price. Well, sometimes you often did have the best price, but it was not the best contractor. And there's also so many horror stories. Over 60% of construction in the United States now, including the federal government and state governments, are done by construction management, and sometimes you hear the word design build, where the contractor handles the design as well as construction. And we do that, but what we really prefer is for the contractor to be chosen by the owner at the same time that he chooses his architect or design team. The architect still works for the owner, but we sit at the table at all meetings and we're involved through the design to advise to get the best design and also what would be the best pricing. Once the design is substantially finished, then comes the part where we assure you you're getting your best price. We break the building up into phases of materials and subcontractors, and we competitively bid every component. But we're only inviting people to price that we have experience with or we can have vetted so that we know that they're capable of doing a good job for us. Once the prices are in, we've totaled it up, and we've proven that we've kept your own budget, then we will make that a guaranteed price. At the end of your project, it will, unless you've changed something, it will not go over that price at all. Right. So we guarantee it. And it's amazing how often we get to the end of the projects and we become lifelong friends. So rather than perhaps enemies.
It sounds like lowest price, highest quality, and I think that's something that a lot of people are seeking these days. We've learned an awful lot in a short amount of time. Is there anything else that you'd like to add before we close out?
Well, I just want to re-emphasize our reputation, how we've strove to have the highest reputation for a business and also as a construction manager. And we promise that with our customers it will be a rewarding experience.
Well, we've appreciated this opportunity. I think it says a lot about Marsh Bell, where they aren't exactly located in Greer, but they've done a lot of business in Greer, and they felt like they needed to join that local Chamber of Commerce, even though they aren't even located in Greer. So we appreciate your support, appreciate what you're doing in communities all throughout the upstate, and we look forward to Marsh Bell growing in the future. So thank you for having us.